Today we will be learning how to multiply decimals using our base 10 system. So we will be multiplying 2 and 4 tenths times 2 and 3 tenths. So first we need to remember our relationship between each of our base 10 blocks, which is 10 units equals 1 rod and 10 rods equals 1 flat. Our units are going to represent hundredths, our rods are going to represent tenths, and our flats are going to represent 1, which is exactly what our key says right over here. So our next step is to lay out each of our numbers. 1 will be horizontal and 1 will be vertical. And it doesn't matter which one because the commutative property tells us that the numbers can be switched around and it won't affect the outcome of the problem. So horizontally I'm going to put 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4 tenths. And then vertically I'm going to put 1, 2, and 3 tenths. And then our next step is to fill in our array, because at the end we're going to count everything in our array, our rectangular array, and that's how we're going to know what the answer is. So 1 flat will go here, and then our next step in filling it in will be putting 4 more rods over here, and then 3 more rods down here, and then we have this little space here which we'll fill in with units because they are the only thing small enough to fill it in with. Alright, there we go. So now we have our whole rectangular array, as you can see, and we have 2 rows, 2 rows of 2 and 4 tenths, and 2 columns of 2 and 3 tenths. Alright, so now since we have all of that laid out, now we just need to count everything. So we can start with our flats and count 1, 2, 3, 4 flats. Next, we can move on to our rods. And remember, 10 rods equals 1 flat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So those 10 rods equal 1 flat, which is right here. So we can add that to our flat pile. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rods left over. And then we can count our units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if we remember, 10 units equals 1 rod. So we can exchange those 10 for this 1 rod and have 2 units left over. That'll make counting all of it at the end a lot easier because we exchanged, so we have less in each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rods, and 2 units, which is 5 and 52 hundredths. 5 and 52 hundredths, because we have 2 hundredths, 5 tenths, and 5 ones. Alright, and that's how you multiply decimals using your base 10 system.